What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Almost have my voice back. That feels nice. Not feeling especially nice, especially coming off of Arizona. Paul Sewald, dude. Close out baseball games. I don't understand. I was on a show and then my internet cut out. It was a whole thing. It was a whole deal. But watching that ninth inning made me want to vomit. I ended up on the Arizona -1.5. And of course, Washington in the ninth. He gives up a couple earned and 5-4. Don't win on the run line there. They still win the ball game. So good for them. Congratulations. I hated everything about it. Yeah, had the under 8.5 there get blown up in that same inning. The double dip, pain and suffering personified, whatever. Anywho, we're on to the evening here on Wednesday. We're also going to watch, hopefully, Logan O'Hoppe hit a ball very, very far there, plus 500 at BetMGM. That'll be fun. But Bet365, ooh, they're right there. Pennsylvania, we're live, baby. Bet5, get 150 in bonus bets and 50 spins in the virtual casino world. That's 50 spins to get yourself more money, in addition to that 150 you get in bonus bets immediately upon signing up at Bet365. This is available in New Jersey, Arizona, Illinois, a bunch of different spots, but it just went live there in Pennsylvania. I want to give them the shout out. Iowa as well. Bet365, good stuff. Only for 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But we only got five games on the slate here for Thursday. It's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a fast one. I'm not going to make a joke there. Producer Jacob, let's get to the picks. We got Dean Kramer, Ben Lively. We have a couple of different iterations of who it could be here for Baltimore because they did trade for Trevor Rogers here at the deadline. So once again, want to just point out, throw it out there, that there's going to be some disparity, especially as we start to see this first rotation through post-deadline. Sounds like Jack Flaherty's going to pitch on Saturday. Sounds like Trevor Rogers could be available for this game. So that's something to pay attention to. I broke it down with both of them, but this is the only game really that I pretty much am just not going to be betting anything from. Now, we'll talk about the Atlanta one because that's still a lean, but I have a ton of prop interest in it, and I'll tell you the main guy that I like the most, and he's going to hit a ball very long and far. But I'm going to go Cleveland money line as a lean here purely because if it is Rogers, he doesn't get the protection of Baltimore, that home stadium there. You go to Baltimore, you can be a lefty and really give up some hard hit out to left field. Can't do it as much here in Cleveland, although the lefty power is what's playing up for them there. So maybe a decent enough spot to maybe look at Rogers there. But assuming that it's Dean Kramer here going up against Ben Lively, I don't have a ton of interest. This is like such a coin flip game. I'll pay closer attention, see where the line moves, see if we can't mine anything out. But Cleveland money line, only a lean right now. The only game I don't really have a bet from. We got Kansas City at Detroit. Kansas City, feel like the run line has been something that's routinely been on the card. And why wouldn't it be when you have a Bobby Witt Jr. coming to town? Now, they go completely apeshit there, 10-3 today. Yesterday, lost by the hook, 4-3. They won the previous one, 8-5. I mean, there's been some really nice times. We had a 6-0 I have on my card against the Cubbies, that first opener there before they lost back-to-back. But that's beside the point. We've had some pretty decent luck here with Kansas City on the run line. And I feel like running it out here against Montero. He's not a major league pitcher. Seth Lugo is very much a major league pitcher. So, I mean, we could just stop the analysis there. But Lugo, 2.66 ERA, 1.04 whip. I'm getting that on the run line. On the run line at even money up against this Montero character. Have you looked at his numbers? 6.38 ERA, 1.45 whip. Almost said pissing. Pitching mismatch of epic proportions. Not piss off. Anyway, let's talk Odd Chopper. Super quick, super easy, friends. $14.95 weekly, $49.95 monthly. You're going to want to sign up now. I promise you. Something is coming your way here on Thursday night. We're going to be changing up some stuff here. So if you want to be jumping in and getting the OS Premium tools and the Discord together, you better be on high alert here today, tomorrow, up until Friday. I think it's going to cut off Friday because next week, there's going to be some changes here and some really fun changes at that. Some really cool stuff coming your way here at Odd Chopper. So $14.95 weekly. If you want for your first week, though, using promo code Lindy gets you 20% off of that. So expert picks, Discord, premium tools, all in one package down at the link below. I remind you, sign up now. Back to the picks we go. Man, we're almost halfway done already. We got Miami, we got Atlanta, and this one, friends, this one's interesting. Michael Meyer and Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton Hasn't been as good of a season, but he's still been pretty decent overall. I do think the 23.2% K rate, that's going to look really good next to Miami here. But, I mean, Miami, this lineup is just horrendous. I know that they put up a couple of runs the last 2 days, but, like, just out-kicking their coverage a couple of these times. 6-2 against Taj Bradley and company this morning. Pretty wild run out for them. This lineup is just egregiously bad. So good luck, Charlie Morton. You should have some fun. As for Michael Meyer here on the other side of Max Meyer. Why do I? Oh, yeah, that's the Halloween guy, Michael Meyer. Whatever. Max Meyer, this is the guy that we're breaking down here. Slider, four-seamer, changeup. Primary pitches here for him. He didn't pitch all of 2023 in the big leagues, but this year, 3.76 expected ERA, 3 ERA. Pretty decent stuff in a couple of starts here where he's been enacted into duty, but he hasn't pitched outside of, well, the last time out on the 27th. He hasn't pitched since April, it was, out of those 4 outings. So it's been a it's been a while since I could. And he's a very highly touted pitcher, but a 418 expected slugging, a much more difficult ballpark, and one of the homecoming masters here, Jorge Soler, 18-degree launch angle, 438 expected slugging, better than plus 300 for the homecoming king. Oh, yeah. This guy won he won a World Series MVP there with the Atlanta Braves. He is an absolute beast. Him, Eddie Rosario, suiting back up here for the Atlanta Braves. Going to be fun to watch there. It's Freddie Freeman's not coming anytime soon. Sorry. He's not coming anytime soon. Anywho, Jorge Soler to home run. He's your home run play of the day. Do you like money? Bet it. Sonny Gray and Shota Imanaga. This is a little bit interesting. We've got a little slight wind blowing out to right, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll see where that ends up landing, coming closer to first pitch, but I think the under looks pretty good here. These are 2 starting pitchers that you got to like. I looked at the first 5 market. It was a little bit too short for me. When you start talking about 4.5 with juice on that under, first 5, it looked close to being positive EV, but wasn't quite there for me. But I have to play the entire game here, and I do think the under of 8 looks all right, and here's why. Sonny Gray, really good stuff. Shota Imanaga, really good stuff. Both of them, 303 xWOBA for Gray, 294 xWOBA for Imanaga. The southpaw there, he's going to be giving up some hard contact to righties at times. 9.2% barrel percentage for both of these pitchers, in fact. I think the Cubs have a little bit better shot. If you're looking for a money line play, I thought about the Cubbies, but didn't end up pulling the trigger there. Want to get inside of minus 110 before I play that, but under 8, I did play this. I don't think there's a lot of runs there in Chicago tomorrow. Now, I did say earlier that I have a play on every game besides that Baltimore-Cleveland one, which is true technically, because this one I'm pretty positive makes the card too, but I only have offshore numbers for it. I don't currently have where this is sitting at other sports books. So you got to bear with me here. I actually have 2 plays that we'll talk about here overall, but Ryan Feltner, he's been a lot better than what I think people recognize. Now, I'm not saying he's good. But when you're a Colorado pitcher, it is really tough to be at home and to be able to do semi-decent stuff. I mean, he has a 1.55 whip and a 314 batting average at home. That's a 1.3 whip and a 246 expected batting average there on the road. That is a drastic difference here. Sub-5 ERA, 1.41 whip. I'm not saying he's phenomenal by any means, but he's gone at least 6 in 3 of his last 4. He's gone 7 in 2 of those 4. We're starting to see some pretty decent outputs. And hey, all 3 of the runs he's given up his last 2 games, both of them against San Francisco, were by way of solo home runs. Ryan Feltner is going to give up solo home runs here from time to time. That's a part of his makeup. Why don't you put on a little makeup? You want her to. 322 xWOBA, though. Not ideal, but 38% hard hit, 6.8% barrel percentage, and taking on a not very good lineup. I think that's safe to say here for the Los Angeles Angels. Well below average here against right-handed pitching, starting to strike out more and more at times. Now, they did get Luis Renifo back in. It was a little bit ago, like a week ago. It was like a week ago. It's looked pretty good. Still hitting over 300. Didn't get moved here at the deadline. Thought this Angels lineup might look a little bit more decrepit than what it currently does. But as it stands, Colorado money line. I'm not betting this because I think Fulmer might actually pull a little bit of money coming in here. And, this already moved at open from plus 110 to plus 102. So by the time you hear this, I think there's a chance it starts going back the other direction. We'll see how things play out tonight. I'm going to call Colorado money line a lean. But Feltner, I love the under 2.5 earned runs. Pay attention to this one. You get this inside of -135. You got to bet it. It looks like it's going to be a little bit muggier there in Anaheim tomorrow. Looks like the wind might be slightly blowing in as opposed to out like it has the last 2 days. I think you put all of that together. Ryan Feltner to continue his stellar pitching here. I think on the road, we're going to be betting that. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board for Thursday. Happy August, everybody. We're turning the calendar. Bet 365, a good way to start that off with a W. Bet 5, get 150 in bonus bets. Only for 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. I also repeat, OddsShopper, undergoing some changes. We're going to have some cool stuff coming to share with you shortly. Hopefully Thursday night, maybe Friday on that program as well. Yeah, we'll take a look. That Thursday night program, I'm recording for Friday's program. Might be able to talk about it a little bit more. We'll see. Thank you, producer Jacob. Great stuff as always. Until next time, friends. That wasn't very nice. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Thursday. He flicked me off. He's a mean person.